Hi there, it's Karen Hunter with the Springbank Community Association. I'm standing on Range Road 35, south of Springbank Road, and behind me is the land that will be the eastern border of the SR1 project. So what you see behind those trees, it's difficult actually, is an unnamed creek that will run through the SR1 embankment eastward back into the Elbow River. And it's a very important part of the project, and the reason I'm standing here is just to show how beautiful this land is. But I want to take a moment to dig into an assertion made by Premier Kenney and Minister McIver that SR1 has been chosen by 3 successive governments and therefore it must be the right project. So what I'm going to discuss is a brief timeline of SR1. SR1 was chosen, as we know the floods were in 2013. SR1 was chosen effectively in middle of 2014. And that was Premier Prentice that announced the project in fall of 2014. And of course we had a change of government in 2015 in the spring. So it was during the Notley government that the SR1 project grew in size, cost, and complexity almost exponentially between the years of 2015 and 2019. So what we have inherited by the Jason Kenney government is really nothing like we had in 2014 that was originally conceived. So I'm just going to talk about what that project was. I have here a summary to the NRCB from Alberta Transportation in 2014, and this was when it was announced as the scope of the SR1 project. There were no pipelines mentioned in this document. I don't think they were aware of the pipelines. We now know that there's 5 pipelines that run through the SR1 footprint, and in fact one by Plains Midstream that runs right across diagonally through the reservoir itself. First Nations were assumed to be 3 kilometers away, so not impacted. Of course, we know now that Redwood Meadows is between 300 and 600 meters away from the start of SR1, just upstream. There was 1 house impacted, and we now know that there are 22 landowners impacted, including Camp Kiwanis, which is an icon within our community of West Rocky View for bringing such great and enriching programs to many of us out here and Calgarians. And of course the project was significantly smaller than it is today, impacting about 1,400 acres of land, and now the total impacted land is 6,800 acres thereabouts, with a direct project footprint of 38 to 4,000. So the project that existed in 2014, approved by Prentice, is not remotely what the Kenney government inherited. So I want to give a little bit of a break to the Kenney government because the project is almost substantively evolved and changed from what it was first conceptualized of back in 2014. So that's it. I'll be back with another one shortly. Thank you.